YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to click on the video today. If you haven't already or you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like. It helps the channel a ton. I appreciate the support. We are here in the relegation promotion style from the English Soccer League Dynasty Save here. We are in week 9. We are currently 7-0. We are ranked number 6 in the nation. We are in the 3rd worst conference in the MAC. We started in Independence. Then we moved up to Conference USA. Now we moved up to MAC, and we are looking like we're going to move up after this year as well. So, without further ado, we are going to hop into this game against Air Force. And it looks like our offense is off to a blistering start. 2 huge run plays to get us down inside the red zone. And we're going to stay on the ground. Turpin is going to get 2 yards there. Coming off of a really good episode, last episode, obviously staying unbeaten is a big part of that. But we are also starting to find our rhythm a little bit offensively, mainly because we get our superstar running back in, Doug Kramer. So that was a huge lift at the end of last episode, as he has 3 for 58 already. He is a walking 120. He really is. He had a bunch of rushing yards last episode in the 2 games or 3 games that he played. So he has been unreal as he sets up Turpin to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. What a blistering start. Like I mentioned, 2 huge runs to get us down to that position. Then we finish it off with a run as well. So making sure that we continue that trend of being able to run the ball against this front. We get stuffed 4th and inches. Let us go for it. Let's go. We are actually going to take a shot here, I think. Are we? No, we're not. We're going to go to our trusted option playbook. We need to make sure that we are able to run this effectively. This is a huge part of our playbook, is the option. So we're going to pitch it out to Turpin. He is going to have enough for the first down and get to the 32. He hasn't been as productive as Kramer, obviously, with Kramer averaging like almost 20 yards per carry. We haven't seen Kramer in a while, though, which is very, very not ideal. We step up, slide down at the 13-yard line, so our quarterback is getting in on the running as well. Dunlap, we need to make sure we don't rely too much on that, but we also need to make sure that we're using that skill set as Kramer, again with a big run, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. That makes it 14-0 here in the early goings of this game. We're still in the first quarter. We are in a pretty big 3rd down, to be quite honest with you. So let's see if we can get this fullback, as I put up air quotes, fullback a screen, because he is actually our 4th string running back that we use as a fullback, just because he can play there. So, all right, we're going to let the time run out in the first quarter. Actually, we're going to double think on the play call. We're probably going to come out and run a triple option, to be honest with you, but we will see. It is 14-0, a really great start for us here in the first quarter. At home, night game again, wondering if we're back in the action. We are going to pitch it to Kramer. He's not going to get there. He doesn't have the speed boost to get there. I wanted to try to spin back, but we didn't. We decided to try to outrun them. Navy gets down Air Force, we played Navy last episode, gets down and scores a touchdown, which is obviously not ideal for us, but we're going to step up again with Dunlap. He's going to pick up 8. Again, just maybe too much of that. I don't want him to be injured either. That's also a huge thing that plays a role in whether I want to run or not. We sit in the pocket. We kind of drop back out of the pocket a little bit there, but we set our feet, throw a strike, get the first down. Got to continue to move the ball here down the field. I wanted to take that deep shot to A, but the safety came over, and Dunlap finds a boatload of space, and he gets down to the 15-yard line. That is a huge play by the QB and his legs. Again, want to utilize it, right? But I feel like that was a good time to do so. Other times it's kind of just out of necessity. Like, why can't we just drop it off there, right? So we are moving the ball relatively well here. Clock is winding down to the 1 minute mark here with 2nd and 3. We should really be taking more time off the clock, as the reason for the big deep breath is that these screens always get caught for some reason. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And it also stops the clock, which we were just talking about how we want it to keep rolling. We do get the first down there. We are going to put Sheepbach onto this play. Let the clock wind down under 30 or 40 seconds. We're going to get to the 30-second mark before we do snap it. And the crossing routes do exactly what they need to. Thomas finds the end zone on a short touchdown catch this time. Typically, he is the burner that we throw deep balls to, but this time he finds the space in the dragging route and gets into the end zone that way. It is 21-10 here in the third quarter. We got what am I doing? I was looking to see if Dobson wins on the outside. He never wins on the outside. Why am I looking that way on a screen pass? Unbelievable. Horrible, horrible management by me. But it ends up not hurting us as much, as we are going to get the ball back in the red zone after a turnover on downs by the defense. They have really kept him in check after the blistering start, but I don't think he's really got a whole lot more carries because of his wear and tear. So he doesn't care about his wear and tear. Holy, he just laid the absolute hammer to that linebacker. He is going to go take a breather, though, which I'm not shocked about. Oh, no, just kidding. He is behind us. We're going to roll out. We got the tight end. We're going to have him go. Did I really cross the line before throwing that? Oh, no. That's unfortunate. That was a great diving catch by the tight end as well. That's going to give us a penalty and allow us, or more so force us, to take the points here. And it's going to be 24-10. Man, I think we have people on visit today too, so if we are able to blow them out by 17, that would be fantastic. All right, come on, Smith Yates. You're the guy I picked. I thought he was going to catch that and just keep running. That would have been hilarious. Okay, we'll take the pass interference. I don't know where it would have been pass interference, but we'll take it. We'll take it for sure. Third and 7. We're going to go ahead and flip this. Pitchman's early. We're going to get it out to Kramer. He's not going to have the space to pick up the first down. He does get over 100 yards. Big field goal here at 50 yards. You know what? Why don't we take that, strain off the kicker, and let's just go for it. Thomas, trusty guy from the slot, makes the catch over the middle. Got it over the linebacker in between the safety, and that should be able to allow us to run down a lot of this clock. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. And Kramer is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. We should probably pull him so he doesn't get hurt. Anybody else? Me? All right, just me. Got it. 31-10. So 21-point victory, which is a blowout. So that is a great work from the squad at home to go to 8-0. Dunlap 16-29. Not great in the completion percentage, 167 yards, which isn't that many either. 1 touchdown. Rushing 18 for 117. Dunlap had 7 for 70. 2 touchdowns for Kramer on the ground as well. Again, love having him back in the rotation. Thomas 4 catches for 51 yards, Dobson 4 for 52. Thomas did get in the end zone. We spread it around. Kramer 2, Smith Yates 2, Cabina 2, Cook 1, Garrison 1 as well. Defensively, we didn't get to really do much defensively here, which is kind of a theme for this Owls save. 6 tackles for Turner the third. Riggins and DeBeer had 5, 4 for Ross and Cook. Tackles for loss, we only had 2. Ross and Green get those. 2 sacks from Cook, 1.5 from Okiki, 1 from Decker, and 1/2 from Green. We did get an interception by Isaac Paul, the senior free safety, leaving his print on this game as well. We are here, Week 10. Familiar foe in UMass. Just kidding. I was like, they're in the Independence. No, they weren't. They were much better for Independence. So UMass is going to come to Georgia. Let's see if it's raining again, right? I think every home game we've had some rain. So, except for last one. We just played Air Force at home. All right, offense, 3rd and 4. First time that we get to step on the field here against UMass, and it is not raining, which is a breath of fresh air. We are going to use Dunlap's legs again. I keep trying to get away from it, and I just keep happening to find situations where it's okay to use them, I guess. Kind of crazy, but we gotta make sure that we. That spin was kind of dirty by Kramer, but doesn't get a whole lot there on the ground. We'll see what we can get here on 2nd and 8. It always looks like the 3-3 is so easy to run on because the box looks light, but I never find any success against the 3-3. I don't know what it is. We are going to get it to Kramer on 3rd and 6 on a screen. What a weird time to call a screen, but that's why Chief Tummy Tuck is one of the most unique offensive coordinators / head coaches in the nation. He is not afraid to call a play in any situation. Turpin gets upfield into the end zone, touchdown. Owls. Kramer gets the work, does the heavy load getting all the way down there, and Turpin is the beneficiary there. Defense, is on the field. 3rd and 6. It is 7-0. Throw it. And we get a sack instead. Okiki gets to the quarterback and on 3rd down, and they are forced to punt. We are going to take over the possession here for the offense in a 3rd and 7 situation. It is still 7-0 here. Both defenses playing super well. We're going to step up again with Dunlap. We're not going to try to slide, otherwise it results in a turnover more times than not when you are in traffic. And we are now in the red zone on that very same drive. We're going to go ahead and give it to Graves. Spin move, not quite as efficient as Kramer's, but it does pick up 5 yards. 3rd and 5. 8:40 left to go here. Again, calling a screen pass in the red zone. An interesting place to call it, but we find success with the screens. Triple option and screens. That's our offense, as we see that Dunlap has turned the ball over in the game today, which not ideal, but would show why we are only scoring 7 points. That is obviously one of his big question marks, is can he take care of the football, the young quarterback. He's been doing a pretty decent job of it this year. Obviously, last year was a little bit different. As a freshman, he was turning it over like crazy. I shouldn't say crazy. A little more than we would like him to. Kramer gets in the end zone. At least I think that was Kramer. I hope it was Kramer, because he deserves to get in the end zone one of these times. So, 3rd and inches. It is 14-0 here again. UMass cannot find any traction offensively. Defensively, we are just kind of doing as we wish with what we are calling, which is making it very difficult for them to really get back into this game, as that D tackle said, you know what, that's enough of that nonsense. Blows through the offensive line and gets a tackle for 4 yards loss. We're going to go option. Dunlap, they're giving Dunlap the space. He's going to spin back. He's not going to quite get to the end zone. But what a run by the quarterback in the triple option scenario. And now we need to punch it in here to finish the drive. Kramer over the top, touchdown, Owls, 21-0. And looks like they did find some traction. They did get down and score a field goal, which is fantastic for them. And that's going to be pick. Oh, thank the Lord. That was such a bad read. That's one that I was definitely going there no matter what. What a horrible throw by Dunlap. It didn't get intercepted, though, thankfully. We were trying to take a shot, not to Thomas that time, but it obviously did not pan out very well for us. As Kramer is going to take it, and it's going to be 4th and inches, 3rd and 10 run, and we are going to, make a very questionable call here in this part of the game.
On 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field.
Let's see if this pays off. He is open. We do get it to him. That's going to be a first down. Under a minute left to go here in the second quarter. Man, that corner was almost able to get back and make a play on that. That would have been terrible. 54 seconds and counting. We're going to go to yet another screen. Kramer sets up that first block perfectly, but was not able to spin out of that tackle. And we are rolling here offensively. Doug Kramer is not only doing it on the ground, but he's also doing it through the air. He is a versatile player, and again, why we were missing him so much when he was out with injury. Thomas makes the catch, 32 seconds. We're going to call a timeout just so the clock doesn't run out on us. And we go back to the screen. I think we do. They're going to just let us keep running it. We're just going to keep running it. Doug Kramer's going to find the end zone on the screen pass. What a great play call yet again by Chief Tummy Tuck. And we are starting to roll a little bit here in this game, 28-3. See what we come up with here on this 3rd down. We're going to step back at the pocket and hit our trusty target in Thomas for the first down. Offense continues to march its way down the field. We're going to throw some chew clock on here in the 3rd quarter. And we are going to continue to work this defense with the triple option, and Turpin gets the first down. Pretty risky pitch there as the D tackle burst through the line, but we were able to get the pitch to Turpin, no problem there, and he was able to find the first down. This time he gets pretty much stopped in his tracks, and we are going to continue to run this clock down and see where it takes us. We're going to pitch it back out to Turpin. He's going to fight to break the tackle, but on that play, our worst nightmare might have come to fruition in the fact of our starting quarterback takes a shot and he is out of the game. Tutton tries to step up, cannot get away, and we are going to have to settle for the field goal. Right now, that's the least of our worries. We need Dunlap to continue to have our success. He got hurt last year, late in the year as well, but we were able to win enough games. As thank the Lord he's back in, but we are not running with him anymore. It is 38-10. 6:17 left. We're going to rely on Turpin a lot here down the stretch, making sure that chew clock is still on. That way we get as much of this clock off the scoreboard as possible, as we are now under 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Turpin's going to pick up a couple more. As many 3rd down attempts as we can have, the better. the other thing that's kind of worrisome is we haven't seen our guy in a while, which is scary. As I say, we're not running with Dunlap, and he runs into the end zone for a touchdown. Oh man, that is not a good idea by me at all. Panned out, but did not want that to be a thing. But here we are, 45-13, the final. Great overall again. 22 of 29, 75% completion, 284, 2 touchdowns, that 1 interception. Rushing, Kramer had 19 of 65, and as you can see in the right corner of the screen, he is hurt again. 2 touchdowns. Turpin, 11 carries for 37 and a touchdown. Dunlap, 9 for 68 and 1 touchdown as well. Receiving-wise, 6 for Thomas for 81 yards, 5 for Kramer, and he had 49 yards and a touchdown. Sash, 3 for 53 and a touchdown as well. We spread the ball around a lot today, which is obviously I keep harping on, but is very important. Tackles, 8 for Marvin and 8 for Cash. Decker next with 4 tackles for loss. We end up with 5. Decker, Cash, Okiki, Cook, and Ross all with 1. 1.5 sacks for Steph Green. 1 for Okiki and a half for Marvin as well. 2 interceptions by the defense, 1 from Kelly Jones and another from Jericho Washington Jr. Week 11, San Jose State, 4-5. We've lost to these guys before. Can't remember in what series, but we've lost to them before, so we need to make sure that we do not take them lightly. First thing we get to do is step on the field for a 3rd and inches on the 20-yard line. We have Kramer back in the backfield, but Antonio gets caught from behind. It's good to see that both of them are back to normal, back to pretty much healthy. Kramer is a little wear and teared already, but we need to make sure that he can go. Late in the year, his wear and tear is crazy. But we are now in the red zone. We picked up the 4th down. Turpin's going to find the space up the middle, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Owls. What a start by the offense. Looks like they're back on the move again. 3rd and 4 on the Trojan side of midfield. Thomas has a step. Dunlap's going to lay it out there for him. Touchdown, Owls. Why was Thomas on the outside? Is Dobson hurt? Oh, boy. The injury bug coming to get us or what? But 21-13, a bunch happened without, okay, Dobson's out here. A bunch happened without us being on the field, which typically is the case. We're going to give him a shot. Smith Yates goes up, and it's going to be incomplete. A really tough catch for our tight end to make. But we didn't want to use Dunlap's legs. We want to make sure that we are trying our best to not put him in more risk of getting injured. Thomas over the middle. We have, if you are watching the coordinator to coaching legend series, I talked at length about trying to hit those dig routes more, just across the board, just because I throw a lot of drags. So the computer starts to step up on them and carry with the drags. So being able to throw those digs and confidently throw them is very important. Thomas was wide open again, but because of the play call, he was not able to, Dunlap wasn't able to get it to him. So see if Thomas can burn the defense yet again, and it looks like he did. This slot corner cannot stay with him at all. Thomas finds the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Owls. And the frantic scoring of the first half continues, and it's slowed down quite a bit until the Trojans get it to 20-28. So we're in a dogfight today with San Jose State, which is not really a thing that we want to see. And what in the good Lord's name was that? Tried to hit the slot quick, which was our tight end, and the whip route got in the way. That's insane. Touchdown, or touchdown. First down, Dunlap throws yet another interception today. He had been so good at taking care of the ball. So we'll see. We'll see how that transpires and how that continues to affect us. Could we get... What was that? Oh, no. I didn't think there was a world that gets intercepted, man. That's crazy. 28-20. Still in this dogfight after that interception thrown. That was just a horrible decision on my part, to be quite honest. I just didn't think it was going to be intercepted. That was the thing. I didn't think it was going to be an interception. I knew it wasn't going to be completed. I just didn't think it was going to result in a turnover. Oh, we cannot spin with Kramer in traffic. He is hurting. He is hurting. Okay, why are we going away from our bread and butter? We cannot get a pass off right now without getting hit. Man, we had the easy first down. We're going to be able to take some more time off the clock with them using their timeouts. Instead, we kick it back to them. They're down 8. And they have all 3 timeouts and 1:50 left on the clock. And our offense does the job. Now, we're going to hop in here. We want to make this not as close as it actually was. And the main reason why we want to do that is because of the college football playoffs. You just got to have really impressive wins. And this is not going to be an impressive win by any matters. But winning by 15 is much better than winning by 8. Maybe they didn't watch the game. Right? Maybe they didn't watch it, so they didn't know how close it actually was. Maybe they got a late score late in the game, right? The other way, as Kramer just walks around that safety. What was that man doing? Did we score again? Oh, I thought we scored again. 35-20. Not a great win by any means, but it's a win, and it's a win on the road. That's something that we need to continue to do for sure. I don't know why I went to rushing. Dunlap, 21-33, 63% completion, 327, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Again, he's got to be better at taking care of the ball. Kramer, for the first time, under 100 yards after coming back from injury. He did get into the end zone. Turpin gets into the end zone as well. Receiving-wise, 10 for 229 and 3 touchdowns for Thomas, 3 catches for Dobson and Sash, 2 for Cook, 1 apiece for Smith, Yates, Graves, and Kramer. Defensively, 8 tackles for Marvin, 5 for Hamilton, Green, and Vash, 4 for Paul and Washington Jr. Tackles for loss, we had a boatload today. 9 of them. Or no, wait, no, maybe 11 of them? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them. I was right the first time. 2 by Decker, 2 by Green. Singletary had 1. Cook, Turner the third, Marvin, and Riggins all had 1 as well. Only 2 sacks, both by Steph Green. Interceptions, 1 by Javon Rogers. All right, final game here in the episode. We are in Week 12, and we have a ranked matchup. Miami of Ohio is going to travel to Georgia to take on the 4th-ranked Kennesaw State Owls. Offense gets the first crack at the field today, and we are already in the red zone. Kramer, is that new? The superstar underneath his spot? It must be, because Dobson no longer has it. Kramer gets stuffed, gonna lose 2 there. Didn't really like that play call. I don't know why I called it, but there we go. Now we are going to go see if Miami, Ohio has watched the last couple weeks of film, because we've thrown a lot of screens down in the red zone. If I would have given that a split second longer, that would have been a touchdown. But we tried to rush it to get it out, so we didn't get hit on the throw. And we are going to have to settle for 3 to make it 3-0 to start. Defense does a good job. Then we turn it over, and they are off and running. It is 14-3 so far here in the first half. First time that we've really been in a pretty decent hole score-wise, and they are flying around, man. This is tough. They are back in the red zone again, on the verge of going up 21-3. It's fine, just be there on the catch. They're gonna have to settle for a field goal, make it 17-3. Keeps it a 2-score possession. Offensively, though, we need to find something. We need to find something here. And see if we can use Thomas's speed. Dobson out there as well. We're going to throw up to Thomas. They're going to come down with an interception. They have an absolute ball hawk over there, so we can't throw that when he is dropping deep in coverage there. And we are stifled right now offensively. We're going to step up with Dobson, get the first down and slide. Don't want him to take any unnecessary hits. Again, we just need to make sure that we are taking care of the ball. We're chipping away. It's only a 2-possession game. We did not need to pitch that. But Kramer does a great job of fighting for the first down. That's a little bit what we need today. We need a little bit of grit, a little bit of fight from the squad. We haven't really seen it a whole lot so far. And we're going to find it with Dunlap. He's going to lower his shoulder that time. He's going to get down to about the 2-yard line. And we are in business looking to get this to a 1-score game. And we're going to use Kramer. He's going to spin back to the inside. He can't quite get there. He wasn't going to get the corner either. So something that we need to make sure that we are doing better is blocking up front, cutting off their flow. And we're going to cut right behind his flow. Over pursuit leads to a touchdown. Kennesaw State cuts the lead in half. And just like that, Miami of Ohio answers and says, you know what, here, take this lead back to 14. Defense has got to make plays here. Kramer is only going to pick up 2 or 3. His speed is really down because of that foot. Can't get the ball out at all. This is insane. This Miami of Ohio's defense is flying around today. They even read this screen. Nobody runs a screen down here but us. 2 interceptions by Dunlap. Oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We cut the lead to 11, but I mean, we got to score. Thomas, I don't want him to do that. Thomas is wide open. They thought we were running it. I don't blame them, but that's going to be a touchdown. That's going to cut it to 20-24. Defense gets a stop. We got to hold him here. We got to hold him. And that's going to be a touchdown. We're in trouble. Oh, my Lord, that huge play. That huge touchdown saves us. We have all 3 timeouts. Onside kick is out. And it didn't go 10 yards. Oh, no. Nobody was around to touch it. It was just a half a yard short. Oops. We got to get a stop here. We got to get a stop here. Just over a minute. just under a minute. They get a bunch of yards there. That is not a good start at all. Get there. Let's go. That's a huge tackle for loss. They don't throw this, right? They do not throw this, right? Nope, but they didn't need to. They get the first down, and we lose at home. Devastating. What a run by their running back, and that is going to ruin the perfect season. Oh, that is heartbreak. Just an off game. Turn the ball over way too much, man. That's not ideal. 20 of 37. Oh my goodness, he was terrible today. 285, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. 2 for 87. He needs to be better. I mean, his wear and tear is just destroying him. Thomas 5 for 118 and a touchdown. Dobson 2 for 106 and a touchdown. Spread the ball around again. It's not for the lack of trying to get everybody involved. Defensively, we didn't play very well. 6 tackles to lead. Hamilton with 5. Paul and Marvin with 4. Tackles for loss, we had 3. Jarrett, Turner the third, and Singletary. 1 sack by Decker and 1 by Cook. No interceptions by the defense either. 31-26. Miami of Ohio comes into Kennesaw and beats the Owls. And on that sour note, that is going to be the end of the episode. I appreciate you taking the time to click on the video today. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I keep putting these exclaimers at the end of all my videos with College Football 26 coming. This is probably going to be the last season that we get to see of this particular dynasty save. However, I am going to start this particular dynasty series at the start of the 26 game because I've been having so much fun with this. I think that it's one of the better ideas that I've seen on YouTube for the college football stuff. It stems from the English League idea for Futbol over in England, and I just really have enjoyed the idea of working up the ranks. It's a long idea. This is season 4, and we're only in we got stuck in Independence the first year, then we're moving up now. So when you start to get the climb happens relatively quickly. But as we just saw there, we lose a couple, right? We might not make it into the conference championship game now with that 1 loss. And that's as quick as it can go from getting promoted to not. So, just a heads up that this is going to be the last season. As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a great day. As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.